Biblical figure who was taken into the heavens to witness and play a key role in a major celestial conflict. Enoch became the principal intermediary between the two sides of the conflict between the fallen angels and the righteous angels, serving an all-knowing deity referred to as the Lord. There were multiple issues in the conflict, such as fallen angels interbreeding and or performing genetic experiments with humanity, and passing on forbidden knowledge and technologies to the still developing human civilization. The Book of Enoch begins with the arrival of 200 fallen angels in the area of Mount Hermon, which borders modern-day Lebanon and Syria. The fallen angels began interbreeding and or genetically modifying the local inhabitants. Quote, "And it came to pass, when the sons of men had increased, that in those days there were born to them fair and beautiful daughters. And the angels, the sons of heaven, saw them and desired them. And they said to one another, Come, let us choose for ourselves wives from the children of men, and let us beget for ourselves children. And there were in all 200, and they came down on Ardis, which is the summit of Mount Hermon. And they called the mountain Hermon, because on it they swore and bound one another with curses." End quote. While the former angels had established an outpost on Mount Hermon, it was Antarctica that they would be removed to ultimately after losing the heavenly battle with the righteous angels, according to Ben Nunn's analysis of the Book of Enoch. Ben Nunn cites passages from the Book of Enoch which are very suggestive of Antarctica as indeed the location where Enoch was taken to witness celestial events. Quote, "And I saw the winds on the earth which support the clouds, and I saw the paths of the angels. I saw at the end of the earth the firmament of heaven above. And I went towards the south, and it was burning day and night, where there were 7 mountains of precious stones, 3 towards the east, and 3 towards the south. And those towards the east were of coloured stone, and one was of pearl, and one of healing stone, and those towards the south of red stone. And the middle one reached to heaven, like the throne of the Lord of Stibium, and the top of the throne was of sapphire." End quote. What's interesting in the above passage is that Enoch refers to a location that was, quote, "was burning day and night," end quote. Ben Nunn believes that this fits the description of Antarctica during the southern hemisphere summer season when there is a 24-hour sunlight. Regarding the 7 mountains, this appears to refer to Mount Vinson in the Sentinel Range of Antarctica, according to Ben Nunn. He also refers to 6 nearby mountains in the range that might qualify as the mountains described in the Book of Enoch. Mount Vinson is the highest mountain in Antarctica and is located towards the middle of the Sentinel Range. It would have stood out just as spectacularly with its snow-capped peaks in ancient times as it does today. Regarding the southern and eastern alignment of the 6 adjacent mountains to Mount Vinson described in the Book of Enoch, Ben Nunn speculates that this was their alignment prior to the catastrophic flood event which coincided with the shifting of the Earth's axis of rotation. This corresponds to the research conducted by Sir Charles Hapgood, who asserts that pole shifts have been a regular occurrence in Earth's history. In his 1958 book, Earth's Shifting Crust, Hapgood proposes that a pole shift had happened at the end of the last ice age, about 11,000 BC. Ben Nunn's conjecture is interesting, but as one can see from the map showing the Sentinel Range where Mount Vinson is situated, there are far more than 7 mountains in the range. Ben Nunn's conjecture is intriguing, but not conclusive, as he himself points out. Nevertheless, he gives us a possible location of the imprisoned fallen angels, Mount Vinson and or 6 other mountains in the Sentinel Range. Ben Nunn goes on to discuss the Book of Enoch and its reference to imprisoned fallen angels that were removed from Mount Hermon to Antarctica. Quote, "And like a spirit questioning me, the angel said, This is the place of the end of heaven and earth. This is the prison for the stars of heaven and the host of heaven. And the stars which roll over the fire, these are the ones which transgressed the command of the Lord from the beginning of their rising, because they did not come out at their proper times. And he was angry with them and bound them until the time of the consummation of their sin in the year of mystery." End quote. Ben Nunn's reference to the pre-Adamites still being alive in their Antarctica prison raises an intriguing possibility. The Book of Enoch describes a future year of mystery when they are liberated. Is this the event we are shortly to witness? For an answer, we can begin by analysing some intriguing parallels between Ben Nunn's analysis of the Book of Enoch and the recent disclosures of secret space program whistleblower Corey Goode concerning Antarctica. Like the pre-diluvial biblical figure Enoch, Goode says he has also been taken to witness celestial events by a recently arrived group of highly evolved extraterrestrials called the Sphere Being Alliance. Like Enoch, Goode has also been asked to act as an intermediary for both sides in a heavenly or a solar system-wide conflict. Goode said this began in March 2015 when he accepted the role as the delegate for the Sphere Being Alliance in an ongoing negotiations between different factions and groups from both Earth and off-world civilizations. Goode said that he has been taken to Antarctica twice to witness events. The most recent, in January 2017, involved him viewing the remains of a pre-Adamite civilization that had flourished until a major global catastrophe corresponding with the Great Flood that destroyed coastal cities and low-lying land all over the world around 12 to 13,000 years ago. Goode said that the pre-Adamites survived by entering stasis chambers in the largest of 3-mile-long motherships that crash-landed on Earth around 60,000 years ago, after the pre-Adamites were expelled from the Moon due to a conflict with the dominant extraterrestrial factions there. The pre-Adamites set up their major base of operations in Antarctica and established outposts in Asia, Europe, and the Americas, according to Goode. Conflicts soon emerged between the pre-Adamites and other human-looking extraterrestrial groups who had been conducting 22 genetic experiments with surface humanity for nearly 500,000 years. This is where Goode's historical account resonates with Ben Nunn's analysis of the Book of Enoch. Goode's pre-Adamites appear to be the same fallen angels described in the Book of Enoch in terms of their interbreeding and/or genetic experiments with the local population. In the case of the Mount Hermon landing of the 200 fallen angels, this is consistent with Goode's claim that the pre-Adamites established colonies all over the earth where they genetically altered the local humans and installed hybrids into leadership positions. Regarding the righteous angels described in the Book of Enoch, these appear to be the extraterrestrial groups that have been conducting 22 long-term genetic experiments which were being interfered with by the pre-Adamites. The Sphere Being Alliance, insofar as they have leveled the playing field for constructive negotiations between different space programs and extraterrestrial factions, the modern-day fallen and righteous angels appear to be playing a similar role to the all-knowing Lord mentioned in the Book of Enoch. Ben Nunn's analysis that the fallen angels were imprisoned in Antarctica and are still alive corresponds with Goode's claim that the pre-Adamites are in stasis chambers on one of their massive motherships buried deep below the Antarctic ice shelf. Finally, Goode has revealed that excavations in Antarctica are underway and that the stasis chambers containing the pre-Adamites have been found. The hybrid descendants of the pre-Adamites, which are among the elite bloodline families that secretly have ruled humanity, are eager to gain access to the stasis chambers and to reawaken their ancient ancestors. The goal of doing so appears to be to have the pre-Adamites reassume once again their former dominance in planetary affairs, thereby allowing their hybrid offspring to step out of the shadows and directly rule over humanity. This suggests that the year of mystery mentioned in the Book of Enoch, when the fallen angels are liberated, may be very close. All this leads to an intriguing question. Is Goode himself a modern-day Enoch, being given key roles in witnessing and mediating between different human and extraterrestrial factions as the delegate of the Sphere Being Alliance, which appears to be functionally identical to the all-knowing deity described in the Book of Enoch? If so, this would suggest that Enoch himself was an extraterrestrial contactee of the Sphere Being Alliance or a similar group 13,000 years ago. If the pre-Adamites or the fallen angels are awakened or liberated, then there will certainly be a need to deal with them and their hybrid offspring about what roles they are to play as humanity awakens to the truth of its history and manipulation by multiple extraterrestrial groups and elite bloodline families. This has been Michael Sala with XO News TV.
Well, that certainly gives you something to think about. Gives me something to think about. Especially when I see articles like this, and this is from the two-way breaking news from NPR, about the massive iceberg breaks free in Antarctica. It also explains why the book of Enoch has been removed from the Bible. Are the fallen angels really sealed underneath the Antarctica ice? So far, I cannot deny the information. Anyways, I'm kind of a little, I'm in deep thought right now. But yes, if the fallen angels are still living in Antarctica, are they freeing themselves? Is this why we have the Antarctica Treaty, which makes no sense? Is this why the elite, you know what, everybody? All veils of all sorts are being removed. And I'm just going to read the article. I cannot ad-lib right now because my mind's on overdrive. So let's read this. A massive iceberg the size of Delaware has broken free from Antarctica and is floating in the sea. They will blame this on climate change. But we all know that's a massive lie. Okay. Earlier Wednesday, scientists announced that the 6,000 square kilometer, about 2,000 square miles, iceberg had come loose. After satellites detected it, had calved off the Larsen C ice shelf on the Arctic Peninsula. Okay, so anyways, I'm not going to read the whole article, but I just wanted to point this out, that it does look like we are soon, very soon, are going to learn and know the secrets hidden in Antarctica. And if it's true that these fallen angels are still alive, then, well, we need to be prepared. Because, well, I'm not going to go too much into it. I'm sorry. Just, I've had a rough day. I'm kind of in a bit of shock. And it just, things are happening so quick. You know, things are being revealed on a daily basis. Alright, just like when I had the opportunity to speak to the Hopi lady, and she explained to me that the red and blue Kachinas are here. They're not Nibiru. She laughed. This Hopi lady laughed when I mentioned Nibiru. So Nibiru is bullshit, okay? But this, not bullshit. There is something very, very secretive going on in Antarctica. And considering how disgusting our government is, and the elite and the royal bloodline, I must admit that I think I'm going to need to believe that the fallen angels are breaking free of their ice containment. So, here we are at the brink of the battle between good and evil. Good has to prevail. Alright? If these demons are releasing themselves, or our government is helping them, alright, I mean, look at this. A massive iceberg breaks free in Antarctica? Hello? That tells me that our government did that. Our government are the hybrids. The elite are the hybrids. They all have the same bloodline. Alright? That's what's making me think. Is the fact that these fallen angels that are probably beneath this ice are being helped by our government to break free from their ice containment. That's what they're doing. That's what I believe. That's why nobody can go to Antarctica. No fly zone. Because the government knows what's beneath the ice. And our government's evil. So, yes, my friends, it's possible. And I'm sad. I can't explain it. I'm sorry. I'm deep in thought. Maybe I should have waited to do this video. But it's important to know that I think the secrets of Antarctica have been revealed. And with this recent iceberg break, I think the governments around the world were responsible for that. Alright? The government knows the truth. That's why they have that stupid treaty in Antarctica, which makes no sense. Because there's something evil in Antarctica. And I can no longer think that Atlantis is beneath Antarctica. I'm confused. Alright, I'm confused. Anyways, sorry for the pause. I just don't know how to put into words what I'm thinking right now about this. Because, well, gotta admit that the veils are being removed left and right. Deep state has been revealed. The Rothschilds, the Bilderbergs, the sorrowful Soros, you name it, Morgans, Zuckerberg, you name it. They're the only ones who know. And they're evil. They're evil people. So, whatever they're doing in Antarctica is evil. So that's why I believe that in the book of Enoch. That's why I believe that was removed from the Bible. Because they didn't want people to know this information. The book of Enoch clearly states that the fallen angels are alive underneath the ice sheets of Antarctica. And now we have chunks of the ice breaking away. Pretty soon Antarctica will be completely revealed. So, beware. And I better end it here because I'm babbling. And I need to think about what I just saw. Alright, everybody. I love you all. Take care. And good always prevails. the red and blue kachina, explained to me by a Hopi, was dog shit simple, good and evil. And both good and evil are here right now. Right now. The battle of good and evil is going on. Unfortunately, all I'm seeing is the evil. I'd like to see the good. So, it's just a wait and see. I don't want this to happen. You know, I'm kind of sad that I'm living in these times. You know, it's not something I want to see. Anyways, I'm getting emotional. I'm so sorry. So, until next time, I love you all. Take care. Namaste.